Good afternoon again from yammybtv. Sending loads of love as usual. More questions to be answered, and the one that's been going on for quite some time as well is my links to the Al Qaeda. So they say in that life, when I was in the Cat A's and the Muslim thing, the brothers, some good ones, with all walks of life. It was there where it all happened, around 2000, middle 2000s. Everybody was converting for different reasons, and not for the real, heartfelt God stuff. But I did for 9 months. It kept me clean as well. So nothing to say there. Religion is the same thing. It's all one God to me. Everybody does it the way that they got to do it. But as long as you're being true to the big man, that's the main thing as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it was there because you bought me the camise. So they say Abu Qatada, he was on the detainee wing. And apparently his missus or something sent me a special delivery by way of post. So you have to sign for it. So you go down there, but security are all over it. Why is he sending you the money? Why is his wife? What do they want in return? I didn't really look at it that way, but obviously I exaggerated the thing, and everybody, for what it is, I acted it out, but I was still true to God. I know that, and certain things happen. We talk about the time. You're in Larton, and a man gets served up by way of stabbing on the ones down there, and there's a camera, in the centre where the office is down there in the middle. So I walk away. The kids have come to me. They said, yo, unks, yeah, this man here from Nottingham, rare. Right, he shot someone. He let off a gun in a crowded place and it hit a little girl. So Uncle Yammy, he's not proud to say that I used that against him. He was selling gear. And I was getting, you had to pay rent kind of thing. That's the way that I used to do it, I'm afraid. There's no other way of buttering it up. And then, you drain out the man's parcel. You ain't got no money for him. But then you get into beef with him. And then it ends up with where you're going to fight. And then the kids say to me, Yammy, Uncle Yammy, leave this. You've done too much. We'll do this for you. So I walk off and you get stabbed in your head. And there's blood squirting out everywhere. But you run from over there to there around me where the camera is. But you slip in your own blood. And they blame me for it. Can you believe that? And it wasn't even me. But yet you were saying that, yeah, the Abu Qatada thing. No, I saw some great brothers, I have to say, that were true to the cause of the Father and the Prophet Muhammad. But I'm a Christian now, for whatever it says. I'm a believer in God. But at that time, I was in real serious difficulties, especially with the staff. You had the ladies always coming to you, hey, Yammy, be careful, they're trying to do this. So then I'll be slipping to roll and then go and say to a prisoner, I heard you was talking about me down the pub. What, you sitting around a table with 5 others, and his face is going all red and everything. And yeah, how do you know that? So when the Home Office came to see me, imagine you're waiting at the gate. I just done 10 straight out of 12 or 13. Them days. And you're waiting at the gate and you're telling me that the Cat A's are telling you that I'm a potential suicide bomber. Like, think about it. Realistically, I'm on the front page because of my behaviour in jail. They're saying that, oh, yeah, if you give Yammy that and that and that and that, he's going to do that. You see what I mean? So imagine going through all that, and I thought it was funny. And I'm telling you, it weren't funny. Because the times I'm thinking robbery squad are out there watching me, it wasn't. It was the spooks, MI5, and I'm thinking, why are you sitting outside the drum when I came out? Then you end up getting recalled for carnival. You're out there, you're on 4 months, you're in a hostel under MAPA restrictions, curfews, 3 times, 3 different curfews every day. You've got to be in at a certain time, you can't even make it. Then you stay out, and then they say, oh, look, you got to be recalled because you stayed out late, and you left me in 2 years for that. Not only that, you visited me with the spooks. You come up there and said, yeah, Yammy, what was all that about with it in Larton and I'm saying, listen, I love the Queen. Don't get me involved in any nonsense. You lot had your go, but I never had mine, and you can't take it because I had to mix things up in there with what was going on at that time, where many men at that time converted for the wrong reasons, because you knew that the old man with the beard, the sheikh, would have the final say, not necessarily the violent man no more. It's not that, or the big man, the big criminal from way back in the day where you report to on the wing, and it changed forever. Let me tell you straight, but not because of me. I was just doing my own thing too, like you was doing yours. You see what I mean? But I always knew that I was always going to be true, but I would have to take some punishment for it. Because when I got on the sweatbox, they came in, yeah, Yammy, you find it funny, but in the end, we're going to get you back. Blah, 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 blah. It just shows you about that life, basically. You see what I mean? But you're good at it, because during that time, there was a 3-4 hits out of me. So all I had to do every morning, because I know that you have to go through who to get to me, and they're the only options open to you. But I'm not letting you know that I know that a hitman came to me and he's saying, Yammy, look, he's asked me to do you. If he asked me to do you and you asked me to do me, please say no. Yeah, we work it between us kind of thing, because we're only after the payment. You got to remember that. So then I'm going up there every morning saying, yeah, give me 2 of them ting there. Yeah, you're going, yeah, but you're wondering if I know. But I'm just playing all sides because I want to feel you out. Because I know that you don't get on with him. So that you don't get on with him and I don't get on with both of you, but I've already got the intelligence that you don't get on with him. So I know you're not going to go and talk to him, but I've got beef with both of you. You see what I mean? And then the officers, there's a side thing as well, because you're going to bring in all that, because I got my survival tricks I've got to use at that time. You know, because it's very, very serious. Everybody thinks they're being smart. You see what I mean? But you can't lie before God. Oh, Allah. Remember that. I told you that. So Uncle Yammy doesn't discriminate between religion at all. As long as you're a believer and you keep to what you say and you talk to the big man, whatever the problems are, and you face up to your stuff, I respect it. You see what I mean? But that Al-Qaeda shit, no, it ruined me. Trust me, they were plugging away. I remember being in the back of the police car, and the police, I lifted up my hand and everybody went like that in the back of the car. I said, I feel sorry for you, Yammy. I said, why? He said to me, because, you know, they're saying from that. So wherever you get stopped or whatever, your name's always going to be muddled up with that. You see what I mean? But at that time, everybody was involved. The old villains, they had no say no more. From the year 2000 and probably 4 or 5, it all started to change, where it was gang culture as well. Because you remember, many joined not for the sake of God, but for the sake of the battle and the safety in numbers, where they're going to feel protected. So, but either way, you can't stand before God when you pray, because you're going to get confused. You see what I mean? Because you know that you're not being true totally, that you're using it as a protection thing. You know, so that you, when it comes your beef with him from east or north or wherever, you're going to come in and you're going to say, yeah, well, I'm part of the brotherhood. And they're going to say, well, we'll back you then, because you proved that you was part of us. You see what I mean? That kind of stuff. But were you being true to God? No, because it's for the wrong reasons. Trust me. All right, I hope I've answered that, but it was all a load of nonsense. Lindsay with the red hair, you remember? She come and she sent to me from the Home Office waiting at the gate. She said, oh, would you agree to doing a 6-week assessment to see how you're involved? I said, I'm not deep into religion. I said, you don't watch that, you know. I'm a believer in God, but not joining anyway, survival. You know, at that time, but they were believing because of what they told them, because the internal battles with me and them. I'll say this bit, we'll get him done there. Oh, you tried everything you could have. But I had little angels in the background, always reminding me, always telling me, Yammy, be careful. They're coming to spin you today. Yeah, cool. I know who he is, him with the glasses. I know him. So I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Always had to drop. So when they come, the Home Office and the spooks, they're coming down and saying, yeah. Why are they all scared of you, Yammy? Why? Tell me why. Why is everyone sending you money? Why are you getting by on limited? I said, so what are you more worried about? That everybody's dying around me, but I'm not. So you want to know why, if everybody's getting done around me at that time, you want to know why it ain't happened to me? Well, I don't know. You ask him upstairs. I don't know. But I had to look after myself. I had to do survival. But you know, the silliness, you know, when they're smoking, when they're running around, yeah, I'm going to do this. I put a rucksack. I remember I got out into the hostel in Beckenham. I used to walk past going gym with my rucksack on, and the reception man would say, yeah, I wouldn't be wearing that out there. They think you'll be blowing something. Ha, 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 ha. You see what I mean? But you're letting me know where everybody's coming from. But I know it's a load of coswallop. You see what I mean? But you know, we played it. You got to take the flak for it. That's the way that I see it. But me, harm an innocent individual? Are you having a laugh? Don't make me laugh. Everybody had to do what they had to do during that time. You need to be mad enough to admit that you had to go on certain sides because of the time for your survival skills, because you was worried about getting hurt. It's as simple as that. You know, you can't look at it any other way. But the one thing that I know, always knew, when I talk to God, I will make sure that he knows that I'm dead, because he knows already what I'm feeling inside, so you can't get away from it. You see what I mean? But the angels, as usual, and I'll take that. All right. So any other questions? I hope I've answered it. Send a lot of love, as usual.